what I think a lot of investors in crypto aren't kind of formulating. They're thinking, okay, BlackRock ETF, it's really bullish, big money coming in. But I think also if you have a recession and the labor market cracks, there's going to be a reduction in leverage being used. There are going to be certain crypto investors who get squeezed on the leverage side and have to unload. If we flip over to the charts here, there's a level, right? So number one, we're trading between this 31 and 30,000 level. And as long as we stay in that zone, then there's essentially a neutral to positive bias that we can break out. So I would say slightly better than 50% that we could actually break out. This is known as a bull flag.
Renowned technical analyst Gareth Soloway has given his updated price predictions for Bitcoin and a few top altcoins in the wake of the recent cryptocurrency rally. During a recent interview with Paul Barron, the verified investing chief market strategist notes that the Bitcoin chart is flashing a bullish signal that could mean a potential breakout within the coming days. The signal, a bull flag, is a continuation pattern that occurs as a brief break in trend, following a strong price move higher. As the name suggests, bull flags are often followed by another price breakout. This is why Soloway believes the possibility of an upside rally for Bitcoin is currently higher than 50%. On Thursday, the King crypto asset notched a new 2023 high, hitting $31,500 briefly before retracing back to just above $30,000 per coin. Many people are attributing the rally to the hype over the possibility of the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF, a sentiment Soloway shares. However, the technical analyst warns that there are still lots of issues that could cut the rally short, even if it does begin as the chart suggests. According to Soloway, the threat of a moderate to severe recession still hangs over the United States economy. During his interview with Barron, Soloway explains that traders and investors are still willing to put some money in the market to chase the AI and now the spot Bitcoin ETF hype. However, Soloway believes all that is going to come crashing down soon when people realize that a recession is imminent and the Federal Reserve will be unwilling and unable to come to the market's rescue as they've always done. Soloway also warns that something bigger might be going on with Bitcoin, which has so far not had a big breakout compared to other risk assets like the Nasdaq. During the interview, Soloway also talks about some important price levels to watch out for, not just for Bitcoin, but also for top altcoins like Polygon, Solana, and Avalanche. Before we listen to more insights and in-depth analysis from Gareth Soloway, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks and enjoy the video.
So I remain hesitant on Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why. In fact, let me share my screen if that's okay, because I want to show some charts here. So here we have the Bitcoin chart. And if you look at where we were on April 14th of 2023, we were right at this 31,000 marker. And if we zoom out, we can see technically that was a massive level going back to the bull market of 2021, right? So we fell here, then we went up to 65, then we came in and hit it multiple times before going to 69, and then coming back in and finally breaking down. So as long as we kind of stay in this range, I'm skeptical that this is anything but a bear market. And I know people are so bullish on Bitcoin, and long-term I am too, don't get me wrong. I just have been through enough bear markets where it's harder to convince me, because I've been burned so many times thinking it's a new bull market in the past, that I'm still waiting to see. And the one thing I would point out is, I mean, think about the massive moves in some of these tech stocks, right? So again, just look at the last, since we were up at 31,000 here, think about what technology has done. I mean, we've had weeks where I think the Nasdaq has been up almost every single week since then, yet Bitcoin hasn't broke out. And as a risk asset, why isn't that happening? And to me, that's a concern. Now, if we can break above this 31-ish level and hold, then I think you have some momentum to really have a bigger move up on Bitcoin. But till then, at least for me, I'm just remaining hesitant. So number one, we're trading between this 31 and 30,000 level. And as long as we stay in that zone, then there's essentially a neutral to positive bias that we can break out. So I would say slightly better than 50% that we could actually break out. This is known as a bull flag. If we break below 30,000 and we get below here on a daily closing basis, that starts to concern me. That tells me, okay, there may be trouble here. Now, where would this go? I think the big answer is right with this trend line. So this would be your next stopping point. This perfectly connects through these lows right through here. And that would mean that, again, if you break below 30 and hold there, you're headed down to about 26. 26 breaks, now you're starting to talk about 20,000 again as your target. And eventually, if that breaks, then you're looking at your lows. So for me as a trader, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, it's so imperative right now that you see a breakout. You have to get this thing to go, because a failed bull flag, this is a bull flag, if it fails, that tells you something. That pattern should not fail. It should lead to further upside. And so it tells you that there's bigger money selling into it. And then you have to start watching these pinpoint levels on the way down. So again, those would be my levels at this point in time. And I think for us as technical traders, you just watch this little narrow band right now and look for the price action. There's no doubt that a spot ETF is a positive, or multiple spot ETFs is a positive for the crypto space, especially for Bitcoin. But the question again, too, is I would say, well, how long does it take? Does it take for the SEC to approve it? Because I think investors are piling into Bitcoin thinking it's within a month or two, when in reality, what if it's 6 months? What if it's 12 months? I mean, do investors have the stamina to sit around waiting for it, especially if the stock market starts to decline, if the economy starts to roll over at that point?
During his interview, Soloway also discusses his price predictions and outlook for Polygon, Avalanche, and Solana. The technical analyst says he's semi-intrigued by the Polygon chart, but describes the Solana chart as his favorite chart in the cryptocurrency industry at the moment. While Bitcoin and Ether remain the largest and most popular crypto assets, currently taking a combined 69% share in the overall crypto market cap, several other top altcoins also show a lot of promise due to their attractive features and underlying network offerings. But the regulatory onslaught on the industry by U.S. regulators over the past few months has done nothing to bolster investors' confidence in these projects. According to Soloway, investing in these crypto assets might be risky, especially given the current regulatory environment, but is a risk worth taking. Here are more clips from the interview.
So Polygon is one that I am semi-intrigued by. The big thing for me is so just recently in the last couple of days, we had this nice move up. But if you look at that high from June 22nd, we right up to it. And with Bitcoin's pullback the last 2 days, we've seen this declining as well. So the big thing to me is this upsloping trend line. As long as that holds, you have this wedge pattern that's getting tighter and tighter. And ultimately, if you can get a breakout on Polygon above this downsloping longer term trend line, which goes all the way back to early this year, that would be a big breakout and a potential signal that this has further upside. So right now it's kind of what I would consider in the gray zone, where you're stuck in, and I can even erase this trend line to kind of even make it clearer. So really you have this wedge pattern, and what you're watching for as a technician is, does it break above, let's say, 73 cents? Okay, that's very bullish. But if it breaks below 64 cents, that would then potentially participate or signal a move back down to the lows of 50 cents.
Are you tired of the boring old stocks and bonds and would like to add some much-needed variety to your retirement savings account? Look no further than iTrust Capital, America's #1 self-directed digital IRA platform for individual investors. iTrust Capital allows you to enjoy the flexibility and tax benefits of individual retirement accounts (IRA) while investing in the exciting world of cryptocurrencies. With over 30 popular cryptocurrency offerings including Bitcoin, Ether, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Axie Infinity, Polygon, and Uniswap, you can invest in all your favorite cryptocurrencies and trade them 24 hours a day and 7 days a week from the comfort of your homes. You can also invest in physical gold and silver, while personally taking charge of your retirement plans and future with iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is committed to providing a safe and secure platform for investors. The platform uses advanced security measures such as multi-factor authentication and cold storage to protect investors' assets and information. iTrust Capital is also regulated by the SEC and FINRA, ensuring investors are protected by the highest regulatory standards. Investing just got more exciting with iTrust Capital's new conditional transactions feature. This feature allows you to set conditional buy and sell orders so you never miss out on market rallies or get trapped during downtrends. Step into an exciting new world of opportunities with America's #1 crypto IRA platform by following the link in the description box below. It is safe and secure and gives you the much-needed variety for your traditional Roth, SEP, or simple IRA. Don't miss out on the chance to invest in the future of finance. Click the link below to get started.
And I do want to just point out is that there will be a point where we do get clarity on what it means to be a crypto security, right? What do they have to do? What do they have to reveal? And at some point, the market will look at that when they are regulated and say, this should have an X dollar amount in terms of
Impact.
valuation. And that's the key. Is I think as an investor, if you're a crypto investor, most of your money's Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's no doubt about it. But there is a possibility that 1% of your portfolio could turn into 10% of your portfolio by picking up something like this. Where you take a very limited amount of risk. Where if it goes to zero, okay, it was 1%, no big deal. But it could turn out to be a big return on your investment. So just looking at Avalanche here, so a couple things. So same kind of general chart as what we've seen with Polygon, right? Where you had this earlier move up from late June or so, kind of the 20s, the early 20s of the month, and it just kind of retested that level and kind of backed off. And then same kind of deal here is if you look here, you have this upsloping trend line. So what I like about this chart again is that if you can take out this high and then you have resistance at around 1405, that's your level. So again, as a technician, if it can break above this 1405 level and hold, you've got a lot of potential upside there. And again, the only thing, just a reminder for everyone, is that I don't believe the SEC is done attacking the alts. So again, that would be almost too easy for us. So again, any sort of investment that you decide to make, you have to take into the risk factors of these things. And just remember, the SEC is lurking like a great white shark. Solana is actually one of my favorite charts in the crypto space right now. So again, and by the way, that doesn't guarantee it's going to be a winner. I've been wrong plenty of times before. But what I do like about it is you had this low when we had that big panic, right? You had the big dump out with FTX and then the flush out here. And then it recaptured this level right here at around $14. From that point, we had the bull run up. And then all of this sideways consolidation, which turned out to be a perfect parallel here down to these lows. And look at where it retested recently, right back to that same level of support. So for me, this is actually, when you get a pattern like this, where you have a sharp move up, and then this is all sideways inside bar consolidation, this is usually the precursor to a breakout. And a breakout on this would take you to this previous level right up here to about $38. So again, there's no guarantees in life. We know that. But I do think that in terms of Solana, I actually like the chart and I like the technology.
Meanwhile, on Wednesday, BlackRock Chief Executive Officer Larry Fink told Fox Business in an interview that Bitcoin could revolutionize the global financial system. Fink, who only years ago was a known crypto critic, described Bitcoin as digital gold and an international asset, not based on any one currency. He said, "We do believe that if we can create more tokenization of assets and securities, that's what Bitcoin is, it could revolutionize finance. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative." There is no doubt that the hype and excitement around the possibility of the SEC approving BlackRock's and other spot Bitcoin ETF applications will continue to build in the coming days and weeks. What effect do you think that would have on crypto asset prices? Please drop your replies and comments on Gareth Soloway's interview in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and related topics. Thanks for watching.